Good morning, New Zealand. I'm Michael Kay, entertainment co-host for At Homeless Victoria on the Blog Talk Radio Network in America. And you know what I like with my morning coffee? I like a little international connection with Stu in Victoria, only on Seabreeze FM.
Seabreeze FM, Seabreeze FM.
Angria and Angel's Cry on Seabreeze. Good morning. Nice to have your company this morning. And, of course, you listen to Seabreeze FM Radio New Zealand, and we're streaming live on the web. Victoria is joining us in Washington, D.C. with all the news of the day. Victoria, hello.
For those of you that are just joining us on International Connection, thank you so much for being here. And if you're listening on the World Wide Web, which I'm sure many of you are, and if you're not, shame on you. We thank you so much for being here with us this morning in New Zealand and early afternoon going into the evening in America. Well, we still have a lot of stories to talk about. And Stu, this next story, I saw this coming. I know you saw this coming, and pretty much the entire world saw this coming. After 2 days of meetings in Montreal, aviator regulations and airlines have agreed to track all flights globally to avoid a repeat of the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 that has gone missing. 36 countries that belong to the Governing Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization agreed to flight tracking. When this will happen is still up in the air. We don't know, but officials say it will cost about $100,000 to get that equipment on board these airplanes. And Stu, that story is no surprise. I mean, I think everybody sort of saw that sort of coming, that you should be able to track all flights globally from the time that they take off until the time that they get to their final destination. Also, speaking of tracking, there was a lot of tracking going on in Great Britain. A former editor of News of the World tabloid in Great Britain admitted to repeatedly hacking into voicemails of Prince William and Harry and William's wife, Kate Middleton. Clive Goodman was jailed in 2007 for illegally accessing voicemail, said he also hacked in Queen Elizabeth's grandsons for almost a decade in search of stories while working at the now-defunct tabloid. Goodman, 56, is now on trial, accused of authorizing illegal payments to police officers to obtain royal telephone directories. And Stu, I know that story was really big over there when it happened, but here in America, everybody was, even if you weren't a news junkie and you were the least bit interested into news, everybody was following that story because it sort of brought out what people suspect the worst of when it comes to journalists, that we're kind of sleazy people, some of us, that sort of break the rules to get stories. And here you have this guy who literally was listening to voicemails of Princess William and Harry and Kate Middleton. And it was interesting because at the time, officials from their camp, the Prince William and Harry and Kate, were trying to figure out how all this information was being leaked, to the tabloids. And there you have it. You had someone hacking into their cell phones, listening to the voice conversations. Amazing to me.
It is. It's amazing. And it's worrying too, isn't it? Just think somebody could be hacking us and finding out about all our news items before we bring them to air.
Yeah, they could.
Couldn't
yes.
They? I tell you what.
They very well could.
They're in for a shock.
Well, I tell you what, if anyone's out there and they decide that they want to hack my voicemail, be my guest, because I can tell you the information. You're going to find stuff on there about what I need to buy at the grocery store. You can listen to my mom leave me a long message, my sisters and brothers, so I have nothing to hide. Hack my voicemail all you want, because it will be absolutely boring information that you're going to get from this journalist.
Is that right? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
That is right. So also in South Korea, the captain of the sunken ferry and 3 crew members are charged with homicide. Prosecutors charged them with neglect and failed to protect the more than 300 people missing or dead in the disaster. The captain says he withheld the evacuation order because rescuers had yet to arrive and he feared the passengers' safety in the cold water. So that's why he says he didn't make the call. Most of the victims aboard that ferry were students who were on a field trip. And yet to this day, Stu, they still, in the case of we're talking about Turkey and recovering bodies from that coal mine, they still haven't been able to recover all of the bodies from that sunken ferry as well. So there, another story where family members are left in anguish and, just not good for them as a result of that. So, Stu, you're not a really big fast food person. You don't really do the McDonald's and all that sort of stuff, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
McDonald's would love me, wouldn't they?
McDonald's wouldn't love you because they would never, ever, ever make any money off of you. So I know they wouldn't like you there. I'm absolutely sure of it. Well, fast food workers walked off their jobs in dozens of American cities and across the world today to protest living wages. Workers are demanding a $15 an hour minimum wage. Currently, the median pay for fast food workers is just over $9 an hour, or about $18,500 a year. So we covered this story a couple of weeks ago. So this is more so just an update and letting everybody know that it actually happened. This next story, there again, another friend of mine who's a journalist, who's a medical reporter, sent this to me because this is something that everyone in America has been talking about and that may end up happening as well. With the shortage of doctors in America, many groups are turning to telemedicine or a virtual doctor. All you need to do is a computer and a webcam to see the doctor. This kind of treatment is getting more attention because it can help doctors via the web diagnose things like a runny nose and a cough, a cold, or the flu, and keep people out of the emergency room so doctors can deal with more real sort of pressing cases. Because here in America, people will go to the emergency room for the smallest thing, and that really ties up why you really should go to the emergency room is if you got a severe case of why you're there. So there's one company, Stu, that has an app where you can connect with the doctor for the price tag of $49. So what do you think about seeing a doctor through having a virtual doctor? What do you think about that? Does that scare you?
No, I reckon that's fantastic. I reckon that's awesome an idea. Hey, keep all the snotty goes kids out of A&E, And, that's two things.